What's up? Welcome to day 3 of the My Perfect Day Challenge. Welcome to those of you that are watching this live, tuning in now into our Facebook group. If you are watching this on the replay at any point, welcome to you as well. This is day 3 of a 7-day challenge where more than 300 people are going through this journey with us to create an intentional plan for their life using the My Perfect Day system. And for those of you that have been to livemoreperfectdays.com, this is an exercise that you can do for free by going to livemoreperfectdays.com, enter in your email address, and we will help you come up with an intentional plan for your life. What we're doing over the next 7 days, though, we're on day 3 of this 7-day program, is we are going through this 7-day training together so that you can work with a community of people and break down this My Perfect Day exercise into smaller chunks. And so you're doing a little bit of it every single day. And today's day 3, and we are focusing on your perfect afternoon. Janine Sullivan has just tuned in. What's up, Jay? Really good friend of mine from South Africa. Welcome. It's really good to have you here. So we've spent the last couple of days, first of all, setting our intentions for this week, and then we looked at our perfect morning. Yesterday was day 2, and we looked at your home, where you'd like to live, vocation, what you want to do for a living, and finances, what do you want to do for money and how much money do you want to make. Get super intentional about that. Hello, Michelle Rock. Thank you for tuning in as well. So good to see you. Today we are looking at the perfect afternoon. What would your perfect afternoon look like? It's pretty self-explanatory. If you've done the perfect morning and you've spent some time looking at how your perfect home would look like, today is just an extension of that. What is it that you're going to do from sort of lunchtime in your perfect afternoon in towards your evening? What are the things that you want to occupy your time with? What do you want to do in your perfect afternoon? Who do you want to hang out with? How do you want to feel in your perfect afternoon? It's really, really important for you, as you're going through this exercise, creating your perfect day, to write down the emotions of how you're feeling in every single moment. The process of manifestation has a lot to do with your emotional body, your energetic body. And whether you're aware of it or not, your body is continually giving you signals about whether you're in alignment with the things that you're calling into your life or not. And so what does that really mean? What it means is that when you start to think about something, you automatically get an energetic signature, a feeling in your body that lets you know if what you're feeling is in resonance with the things that you want or not. And so what tends to happen is many of us will want to be calling in more money into our world, but often we're not paying attention to the energetic signatures of the emotions of what we feel about money. And so what happens there is you might be saying, I really want to have more money coming into my life, but potentially you feel anxious or apprehensive about money, and that becomes a block in terms of manifesting money into your life. So when you reverse engineer it, you basically have the opportunity to plan how you want your life to look, and then use the positive emotions that you want to feel in your perfect afternoon and write those things down. And the process of going through your perfect afternoon is really that, writing down what you want to do in your perfect afternoon, who you want to spend your time with, where do you want to be, and how do you want to feel in that perfect afternoon. And what happens is, once you've started to develop this plan for your life, this perfect day exercise, the invitation then is to take some time in your weeks or months that follow and then read through your perfect day and see if you can feel those elevated emotions that you've written down as you start to read it. And this is the same with manifestation in all of the things that you're calling into your life. To start to feel the way that you want to feel when the money arrives, when the perfect partner arrives, when your perfect day comes into being. And so that's really the invitation for you to do today. A couple of pointers on writing out your perfect afternoon. Most of us at the moment spend most of our days probably working. And I want to invite you to look at something different. My perfect afternoon is about working until about lunchtime. I go into a lot of detail about what lunch looks like, and eating outside, being able to see a view and experience nature. I write down that I'm feeling relaxed and I'm feeling inspired after a morning session of work. My afternoons are spent exploring nature, spending time exploring the community or the area that I live in, because I move around so much. I have ideas of going to different markets and taking in whatever tourist activities there are to do in the place that I'm living in. Engaging with local people, experiencing where I live through food. I enjoy going out, and I love to cook and eating in restaurants, and that's part of my perfect afternoon. I also have in my perfect afternoon that I often watch the sunset from a vantage point in nature. It doesn't happen every afternoon, but taking the time to be intentional about what you want to call into your perfect afternoon is an important part of this process. So the invitation for you is to see if you can come up with 10 things that would be in a perfect afternoon for you. And again, if you're doing this exercise, it might mean that you have got things that are going to not be every single afternoon. So your perfect afternoon might say, some afternoons I enjoy taking a nap, other afternoons I go kite surfing. It doesn't have to be every afternoon is exactly what it is. Write down 10 things that could appear in your perfect afternoon. I saw in our Telegram group this morning, this is the private group for those going through this program with us, that someone had said, I was battling to get to 10 things. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to find 10 things in your perfect morning that would be perfect for you. Same in your afternoon. I mean, if you can't find 10, don't beat yourself up about it. If you know exactly what it is, you're super clear, it's 5 things, boom, that's fine. But for many of us, we're like, oh, I'll think of 1 or 2 things and then leave it and then think that's all we've got propensity to do. Write down 10 things that would be ideal. And even if you don't ever use them or they don't become part of your afternoon, this is really a process of allowing yourself to be able to dream. So do that. Do that in your digital workbook. If you are tuning in now, you can go to livemoreperfectdays.com/setup and grab access to the digital workbook in the community. You'll be running from behind because we're on day 3, but this is also sitting as a series of videos on our YouTube channel, on Instagram. It's also live in this group, so you can see exactly where the day 1, day 2, day 3 are. And as we go through, we're going to put all these videos up there. So talking about dreaming, I want to share something with you that I did last night, and I watched the new version of The Secret. For those of you that don't know what The Secret is, it's a documentary that was made about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. It was a talking head documentary with a lot of, I'd say lifestyle designers. That's more of a modern term. It's basically people that have been law of attraction practitioners for a few years talking about how the law of attraction works. Anyway, watched the documentary, made a massive impact in my life. After watching that documentary, that set events in motion that basically got me to a place in my life where I started becoming a law of attraction practitioner and installing this stuff in my life. End of that story. Last night, the new version of The Secret called Dare to Dream came out, and they've redone it. It's based on the same principles of the original Secret, but they've made it more like a movie, so it's a lot more watchable than the original documentary. And so if you are looking for, if you haven't watched The Secret, or if you have and you enjoyed it, I would encourage you to check this out. It's available on Amazon Prime. It's called The Secret, Dare to Dream. And yeah, it's a really light-hearted romantic comedy type story, but it really starts to talk about the process of positive thinking and starting to be aware of how your thoughts become things. So if you haven't yet seen The Secret, or if you have kids and you want to understand a nice entry point for getting them into manifestation, this is a really good way for them to understand exactly how this starts to work, because there are so many really nice little lessons in there that the single mom that's busy navigating life and having these challenges is teaching her kids, and then they have this guide who comes in and helps them understand how manifestation works. It's a really smooth entry point to law of attraction, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's lighthearted, it's easy to watch, and it feels like a really good sort of rehash of the original and made in a way that's a little bit more accessible. I have an eyelash in my eye. So that's it. 2 last things I want to share with you. I touched yesterday on this idea of what we're doing here. This creating an intentional plan for your life is important. And the reason that we're doing it is that for many of us, we're going to write down our perfect day. What does our perfect day look like for us? And so I mentioned yesterday that with everything that's happening in the world at the moment, we really have one of 2 choices: to show up fully, or to get stuck in the collective narrative of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if you're watching this, I'm hoping that you're watching this because you've chosen the other way, that you're not getting stuck in the collective narrative of fear, uncertainty, and doubt and spinning out into a place of the world's going to end and everything's going to be terrible. Yes, we're going through changes. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, it's uncertain. We have no idea what to do. If we have children, it's probably at times really, really concerning. But I was reading this book the other day called The Light Shall Set You Free. And I just started it, but it said, in the years to come, each soul on earth will be touched by this energy and must face the choice of his or her destiny. The choices are simple. One selects either peace, harmony, love and light, or fear and darkness. There is no middle compromise. And it was like, this book was written, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago. It's not a new book. And it was really true for me that it was confirmation that the work that I'm doing and everybody that's part of this community, and hopefully the people watching this video, are choosing the path of love and light. Because if you're going through this exercise, you're not writing down, I woke up this morning, I went straight onto Facebook, I was so concerned about my day, I was really in fear the rest of the day. That's not a perfect day for anybody, and hopefully no one's taking the time to write that down. And so what starts to happen is, as you start to design what an intentional plan for your life looks like using the My Perfect Day system, you're hopefully choosing the path of love and light. There is no middle ground. It's not like I'll sort of be in this place. You're either showing up fully or you're stuck in the other story. And so I'm really, really grateful to be on this path and to have 300 people going through this program with us and creating a plan for their life. It feels really, really good to have you as part of this community. And I'm so excited for the last couple of days and to show you the series of content that we've got going forward if you are interested in continuing on this path as a lifestyle designer. And a lifestyle designer is just someone that realizes that we are creating our life in every single moment. We decide how we want our life to look. And the Perfect Day system is that starting point. It is the North Star that you use to guide your life. So what happens at the end of doing 7 days is you have a plan for your life that you can use to make the important decisions that you need to make in your life. And for many of us, we don't have that. I didn't have this plan until probably 5 years ago. I moved through my life in a way that was just unfolding to me. Things, I would make decisions based on money. That was a big one for me. Status. What would people think if I made this decision? Or I dated this person? Or if I had this job or started this business? These decisions for me were made with a narrative or a framework that wasn't my own. I hadn't taken the time to decide, you know what, my perfect day looks like da 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 da. And then when I'm forced to make a decision, use my perfect day as a compass to say, is this project that I'm going to get involved in and allocate my precious life on, is this getting me closer towards my perfect day or further away? Because if it's not getting you closer towards your perfect day, take a real deep look at the decision you're about to make and decide if there's a reason that you're going to go ahead with this particular idea or project or decision. Because we've got such a short time on this planet. Don't spend it chasing something that's not a full yes for you. So thank you so much for tuning in to day 3. Check out livemoreperfectdays.com/setup to get your digital workbook. Check in with your accountability partner and make sure that they have gone through this perfect afternoon exercise only once you've done it. And then I'm encouraging you to find a photograph or an image of something that represents your perfect afternoon. Maybe it's you lying in a hammock. Maybe it's you walking on the beach. Maybe it's you having a siesta. Maybe it's an afternoon hiking. Whatever fits into your perfect afternoon, find that image and share it into our Law of Attraction and The Secret Facebook group. It's a community of 122,000 lifestyle designers that are implementing the law of attraction in their life. A co-creation with Melissa, who started the group 6 years ago, and recently myself and the Live More Perfect Days team. And super exciting to see people in that group. Obviously, with 120,000 people in there, we want to get people just seeing how you are showing up in your life. So please share the photograph of your perfect afternoon in that group. Use the hashtag My Perfect Day Challenge, and also tag Live More Perfect Days in that, and we'll share it onto our social media channels. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 4. We will unpack the next step of the My Perfect Day system and how you can use it to create an intentional plan for your life. I love you. It's beautiful to see you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.